What's up everybody, this is CJ with CoinOpTV, and today we are taking a look at the brand new Xbox One X. And this is the newest console from Microsoft. It's a half step in between this, well, the previous version of this that looks like a VCR, the original Xbox One, and this S unit, to the Xbox 720, whatever they decide to come up with next. So this thing's fully 4K compatible, uses checkerboard rendering or full 4K depending on the game and the requirements. It's basically a model year newer PS4 Pro, so you're going to get better textures, better resolution, and just overall slightly better experience to kind of hold you over until the next generation. So I wanted to take this out of the box today to show you guys what all comes in it in case you're going out today to buy it tonight, Christmas. You know, holidays are coming up, maybe you'll get one. So let's take a look and we'll see what's in the box. So to begin with, remember, this is the S unit that's out now. It's pretty small itself. I like it a lot better than the VCR sized original unit. It's got all your inputs. It's still got the TV in if you put cable in. It's got a vertical stand if you have that, but that's that. So we'll do a little comparison there. Let's go ahead and get this thing open. First up, you're going to have just a pamphlet with, looks like Xbox Live Gold, Xbox Game Pass. Just gives you a whole bunch of stuff. Game Pass gives you can't see the code obviously, but gives you the intro to the Xbox Game Pass where you can play just a bunch of games that they put out on the service. Kind of like the EA one, if any of you have had that. On the back, Design Lab, where you can order your controllers and customize them. I think they have NFL teams now too, which is kind of interesting. Never gotten one of those. I have the Elite controller, which has done great for me over the years. So Xbox Live Gold Pass, see that on the back there is that Elite controller. It's great if you guys don't have one of those and are going through regular controllers a lot. I'd recommend getting an Elite controller. And the other thing in here is just your basic setup instructions. So how to plug it into HDMI, how to plug it into power, how to get it hooked up to your TV, controller batteries on the back, same thing, how to sync up your controller, how to do all that. So that's pretty straightforward. You're going to see the most benefit out of a 4K TV. Obviously I have a Samsung here, which is really nice, but even on a 1080p set, you're still going to see some resolution bump. Not necessarily increased resolution, but maybe some of the games finally hit 1080p, where they were only 9 something before. There's a handful of Xbox One games that are like that, so that's that. Whole bunch of stuff there. Next is the console itself. So we'll set that here, and let's take out this other little box here. So that's the box, empty. Throw that down here in front. Next little box here we have power cord, just your standard. I plan to leave my Xbox One S power cord here and move this unit out into the living room, so you don't even need to unplug this. You can just use the one that came with your S. It's the same power cable. HDMI cable, fully 4K supporting. I don't think you need to go out and buy a $100 monster cable or anything like that. Amazon has some really good lower price 4K cables that you can get that are 4K compatible and you're not spending $100. More styrofoam. This looks to be the controller. I think it's still pretty standard, your standard controller that comes with it. Batteries, but here's your controller. Looks pretty much exactly the same as it did on the original unit. Still feels nice and clicky, everything's nice. Feels light, but that's because A, there's no batteries in it, and B, I'm so used to that Pro controller, the Elite controller now, that it's weird playing with one of these. But it's always nice to have an extra one when you have friends come over. That's it for that box, empty. Not much in this, it's just the handful of basic things you need to get this thing going. So let's take the styrofoam off here. See what we got. This thing is heavy right away. I would say it's got to be almost twice as heavy as the Xbox One S, which I was not expecting. But I guess if you watch the teardown videos, they've literally crammed everything they can into this tiny little case. So I guess that's to be expected. Get that off there. And here we are. So you can see that right there. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see the back, but it's got all the same ports that the S does. Let's take a look here. So we set these two bad boys on top of each other. You can see the X is a bit wider, a bit deeper, but overall really not that different. If we set them side to side here, the S unit's a little taller by a fraction of an inch. But that's it. Like, this thing is impressive, especially given what they came from with the original Xbox One unit. So it has all the same ports, it looks like. Still one USB on the front. You've got your power and IR receivers on the front as well. So nothing new there. The side, you got a little note that says "Hello from Seattle, Xbox One X." That you probably can't see on this video because it's not close enough. And if you stay tuned at the end of the video, we'll try to put a few close-ups of the thing so you can see a little more. The back, you have a HDMI to TV, which is your standard HDMI out, HDMI in for your cable box to plug into it, two USBs, IR out, optical port, which are becoming more and more rare these days, and your Ethernet jack. So only difference I'm really seeing right now, other than the colors, this thing's really heavy. Probably weighs as much as the original Xbox One unit, but in a much smaller package. So that's pretty much all that comes in that box. So if you're going out to get one today, you may get the Scorpio edition. I think the only difference is the console itself. It has a gradient from kind of black to darker gray. It says Scorpio on it, and the controller says Scorpio on it, but yeah, that's it. Vertical stand you can buy from it, clicks in really nice. I don't like keeping my stuff vertical. We have cats. They tend to knock everything over. So, but other than that, yeah, we'll give you a little bit close-up shots here, and then keep an eye out on CoinOpTV on the YouTube channel and on our site for videos and some reviews of games going forward. Personally, I have, if I can find it, I'm going to start off with Assassin's Creed Origins. So I have not played that yet. It's been out a couple weeks now. I also have Wolfenstein to play, which is, I've played about an hour of, really good so far. Actually played quite a bit more than that. You can see a review for that up on the site. Call of Duty World War II I played on PS4. That review's also up on the site. So we'll take a look and see what things look like on the X unit compared to the S, and just kind of get a feel for what overall is better. So I think it's going to take Microsoft some time to get some first-party games out, like Sony does for Last of Us and God of War, that really showcase the improvements for this thing. But right now, the games you have should look slightly better. Original Xbox games work, Xbox 360 games work, and all look slightly better. So, neat unit, we'll see what it does, but for now, go check out more videos on CoinOpTV on the YouTube channel. Go check out our site for some reviews. Let us know in the comments if you picked one up, if you got the Scorpio unit, what you got, what you're going to play on it first, and what you're excited for in 2018 for it. So, thanks for watching, and that's all we got. Xbox One X.